Welcome back. We're at Red Star Raceway, halfway through our most recent 8-hour endurance race.
Kt.2, it was your time to go out. I could see you were hyped up, you were bouncing around the pits. You've almost got to calm yourself down, haven't you, when you go out and click your mind into gear, and then you've got 45 minutes to get through.
Well, to be honest with you, I was incredibly excited and I really enjoyed the whole day thoroughly. Getting back onto the track for my session, you know, I luckily looked at the clock on the bike before I left so that I could kind of gauge how long I had to go and how, you know, sort of how tired I was. That worked pretty well for me because I think when I came off, I wasn't knackered and finished because I was able to pace myself. You know, obviously when you lose concentration, you end up making mistakes, and I didn't want to bin the bike.
So there's another thing, what you have to understand, even though we've got beginners in our team, the fastest blokes out there are on 180, 190 horsepower superbikes, and one team had a couple, in fact, I think they had about 5 or 6 South African Superbike Championships between them. So they're stupendously fast.
Indeed.
Now, how did you guys, Kt.2, how did you react to that? I believe you did feel you got overtaken once or twice, a little bit closely.
Once specifically, I actually got a bit of a fright because the blue flag, they were a bit confused sometimes. I think it's probably hard to gauge who's in front and who's overtaking who. I was really slow.
No, they do.
But somebody just came out and then came in front of me like quite sharply, and I kind of got a fright and sat up after that. But everyone was fine. And
You didn't, so he didn't actually touch you, and
no, but it was close.
It was close. You didn't run off the track.
No, I didn't.
And I think that's the thing, as you've learned, Harry, there are some incredibly quick people out there, and I mean, my own personal things, I never look behind me. The quick guys, I mean...
They've just got to fight. You've got to be arrogant on the track. You've got to say, this is my line. If you want to get past me, then you find a way. You've got the skill to do it and the speed, so you just wait for me to get out of your way.
Agreed.
Okay, and then we came to was probably the most drama-filled moment of our whole race, which was when we decided, I think after about 5.5, 6 hours, we need to change the rear tyre. We don't have any of those quick tools and any kind... Well, just have a look at our tyre change and you'll get the idea.
Okay, I've just been called into the box, and I have no idea why.
So we've just realised we've sent Donovan out with a brand new tyre, which he has to scrub in, but also a slight problem, and it's probably it's rock hard. We forgot to check the tyre pressure. Professionals, we are.
Which means that the back wheel might come flying off at any second now, killing me instantly.
That would be...
Okay, let's find out how dead we are. We're clearly a professional team.
I wasn't very professional.
It wasn't good. I think, you know, as you said, we didn't have any special tools, we didn't have any like a dedicated team. I was helping with the tyre change, although it wasn't my fault that it all went horribly wrong.
I think it was probably my fault, because I keep saying I'm team manager.
And then you stand there and do absolutely nothing.
I managed
to keep it out of the way.
Well, I obviously managed to forget about checking the tyre pressure, so Donovan handled the stress quite well.
You didn't even notice that thing, did you?
And then we had our last session, so Donovan and I wanted basically a fresh tyre at the end, and, well, check this out. If you've ever wondered what it's like when you're racing, you might not realise, but we actually talk to ourselves a little bit more than you'd imagine.
And at the moment, can't see anyone, so it's a little bit lonely. Concentrate, apex. Ow! Toe slider's gone hit the floor. Okay, I've got a vague feeling I can hear something behind me. Definitely something catching me. Not that quickly though. Have some of this. Made up me a bit wide. Made up goes there, my son! Have it! Have it, boss! Oh, Jesus, that's a bit hot. As rude as you like, add him again.
Yeah, sorry about all the beeping. I didn't realise, but, you know, you get carried away in the moment.
It was all beeping. It was just one long, continuous beep.
Yeah, all right then. Kt.2, I think you should take this, show the camera once again. We got a trophy. That is actually for 5th overall, first in the rookie class, but 5th overall, only 2 spots off a full podium.
Not bad for a little baby.
And as you can see, we were quite pleased on the steps of the podium. Unfortunately, it was load shedding, so it is as dark as it looks. Cthulhu, overall then, brilliant experience. Would you recommend people doing it? Even, I think, what, if you're good enough to do C group at a track day, you're probably good enough to come and start racing?
I would probably recommend being in the top end of C group and putting quite a few laps in, but definitely. I don't think it
Not too intimidating?
No.
And you, Harry, still on? We're on for the 12 hours next.
We're on for the 12-hour.
And we have a bit of news, hopefully, for the 12-hour.
Well, as much as we love the little 750 and it's done us proud and it's such a lovely ride, we do want a little bit more power. So hopefully Suzuki are going to be able to provide us with a 1,000cc bike. Possibly the new GSX
F, yeah, 1,000. I tested it on the show a couple of weeks ago. It's a sport tour. Similar sort of thing, though, so sit up and bed kind of riding position, should be comfortable, but with 145 horsepower instead of
95 or something.
Yeah, 85 or whatever it is. It's not a lot. OK, so can you remember, when is the 12-hour? We'd love to see you down there.
October the 10th at Red Star, and please come and enter. Anybody can enter on any bike, any level. Just have your full leathers and just observe the scrutineering for the bikes and come and race.
And it's as simple as that. I think there's a very interesting rule for the next one. You can even come, if there's 4 of you, for instance, you can all ride your own bike, so it's effectively a relay. So you'll do your session on your bike, come in, minute in the pits, and then the next guy can go out on his bike. So if you can't come and join in, which I highly recommend, the most entertaining social form of racing that there is, please come and spectate, because you never know, Harry might fall off again. Woo-hoo!